let's talk about something that's probably happened to you. You buy something, it breaks, and then you find out you can't really fix it. It makes you ask a pretty big question. Do you actually own the stuff you buy? Today, we're diving into the right to repair. Okay, just picture this. You drop $1,000, maybe more, on a brand new smartphone. It's your lifeline, right? And then one day, it breaks. Cracked screen, battery that won't hold a charge. We've all been there. So you go to get it fixed. But the manufacturer tells you an official repair is going to cost a fortune. And it kind of hints that, it might just be easier and, let's be honest, better for them if you just bought the latest model. So what's the deal? Why is it suddenly so ridiculously hard to fix the things we own? Well, here's the thing. It turns out that difficulty, it isn't an accident. Let's take a look at the roadblocks that companies are deliberately putting in your way. So how do they do it? It's like they're working from a playbook. They'll use weird proprietary screws so you can't even open the device. They'll glue components like batteries right into the frame, making them a total nightmare to replace. And here's the big one, software. They can use software locks to literally brick your device if it detects a repair that wasn't done by them. And on top of all that, good luck finding spare parts or repair manuals. They just don't make them available. Here's a perfect example. On some iPhones, if you go to a local independent shop to replace your screen, the software can just disable Face ID. That's it. The phone basically punishes you for not going directly through Apple. And listen, this isn't just about our phones. Farmers have been in a huge fight over this for years. John Deere tractors have software that can completely shut the machine down if a farmer tries to fix it themselves. I mean, can you imagine? Your entire harvest is on the line and you are literally locked out of your own equipment, just waiting for an official and very expensive technician to show up. The result of this whole just buy a new one culture is, well, it's staggering. Globally, we generate over 60 million tons of electronic waste every single year. It is by far the fastest growing stream of waste on the entire planet, and it's all fueled by this cycle of replacing instead of repairing. But in response to all of this, a really powerful movement has started to rise up and challenge the way things are. It's called the right to repair. So, what is the right to repair exactly? At its heart, it is a really simple but kind of revolutionary idea. It's the demand that manufacturers have to make spare parts, tools, and all the repair information available to everybody, not just their own approved service centers. And why does this matter so much? Well, for a few huge reasons. When anyone can compete to fix something, that competition drives the prices down for you. Keeping our devices working longer, that dramatically cuts down on e-waste. It supports the small, local repair shops in your community, not just giant corporations. And maybe the most important part, it gives you true ownership of the things you paid your hard-earned money for. And this isn't just a fringe idea anymore. It's actually becoming law. Governments, especially over in Europe, are starting to take some serious action. The momentum here has been building for more than a decade. It really kicked off in the US with car repairs, then it gained a lot of steam in France with this really cool repairability score they created, and now the EU is on the verge of passing the most sweeping rules we've ever seen. Yeah, this new EU law is a total game changer. First, it makes repairs mandatory for certain products, even after the warranty is up. Second, it guarantees that you can get spare parts for up to a decade. It's even creating a platform to help you find local repair people. And crucially, it's starting to ban planned obsolescence. Like those sneaky software updates that seem to slow down older phones right when a new one comes out. But, as you can probably guess, not everybody is thrilled about this. It's sparked a pretty big debate between consumers and the companies that make our stuff. So on one side, you have advocates arguing for ownership, affordability, and protecting the environment. They say this is about basic consumer rights and supporting local businesses. But on the other side, the manufacturers, they raise some concerns. They talk about safety, arguing that a bad battery replacement could cause a fire. They also say that opening up the repair manuals could expose their intellectual property or create cybersecurity risks. And finally, they argue that sales of new devices are what fund all the research and development for future products. So if we look beyond this immediate fight, what's the real long-term impact here? Well, these laws could actually change the way products are designed from the very beginning. Think about it. If a company is legally required to make a product repairable for 10 years, they can't really design it with a battery that's glued in place anymore, right? This could force a huge shift towards smarter, more modular designs. Imagine phones where you can just pop out the old battery and snap in a new one, or easily upgrade your camera. It creates a real incentive to build things that are made to last. And the impact of this is not going to stop at Europe's borders. Just like we've seen with other big regulations, what the EU does tends to create a powerful ripple effect all around the world. And here's the perfect way to think about it. GDPR. Remember when Europe's big data privacy law passed? All of a sudden, companies everywhere had to change their privacy policies to match. Well, right to repair could do the exact same thing for physical products, setting a brand new global standard for how our devices are built and how they're maintained. So after all that, we come right back to the one question that's at the heart of this entire movement. Ultimately, the right to repair is about so much more than just a cracked phone screen. It is a fundamental renegotiation of what ownership even means in the 21st century. It's challenging the idea that you're just sort of licensing a product and pushing us toward a world where you are its true owner. Which leaves us with this one final, really simple thought. It's the question that kicked off this whole movement, and it's the one that's going to define the future of everything we use. If you buy it, shouldn't you be free to fix it?